Luke, it's been a few days since our loss to Dover. Have you had a chance to sit down, relax this bank holiday weekend and digest on that game?
I've digested on it. Relaxing, I have done to an extent. Can never ever obviously put the balls away, and that's the life of a manager. I've watched it back. Obviously, prepped Wealdstone. It's been a busy weekend. We was in with the boys yesterday for their session in terms of for today. And yeah, the goal that we conceded, the second goal, it's a worldie. Kobe Arthur scored an absolute worldie, but for me, there's two or three parts of that goal that we can eradicate from the offset, and it's disappointing. Look, I can't keep going over old ground. We got Wealdstone today. We got to focus on going there and getting 3 points. They're in great form. I have to say, I think Stu Maynard's done a fantastic job. Done a really, really good job. He shuffled his pack. He brought in some really productive loanees, and it's going to be a tough test. We had like I said, a session yesterday. Prepped them, went through where we feel their strengths are, where we feel we can sort of hurt them. And today, talkers and doers, Mike. Don't be a talker, be a doer.
And one thing we didn't get a chance to speak about the other day was Jamie Record. Hasn't been involved in the squad recently, but came on the other day. Seems to be a slight change of system as well. Did you like what he did when he came onto the pitch?
He done okay. It's hard for him. Possibly 10, 15 minutes of a game that's stretched. He went in on the left-hand side of the four in midfield, bumping up Mendy just in front of him, just to try and get free up in and around Clifton, really, just because balls going into Clifton, we were kind of isolating him on the flick on. So that was sort of our thought process. He's done okay, Record. I've had in-house conversations with him with things that I feel he needs to improve on. He obviously be frustrated because he hasn't played. But for me, yeah, he's part of the squad that you give him a chance, he'll get his shirt and he needs to earn it. So for me, the focus is the 11 today, the 5 subs going to Wealdstone to win a game of football. Regardless whether people are unhappy not getting minutes, there's people going in today that are probably wanting to knock on my door for a long time, and the proof's in the pudding now. You moan and moan and moan, and I'm there not moaning, don't get me wrong, but they get a little bit upset that they're not featuring. What's the perfect opportunity when given an opportunity to go and start? Grasp it with both hands.
And two of those players that weren't there the other day that could well be in contention today, Connor Stevens and Kane Smith. Any updates on whether they'll be in the squad today?
Connor Stevens is available for selection. Kane Smith isn't. Nice, obviously, for Connor to go back to his hunting ground in Wealdstone. Whether I select him or not is another thing. I've got to make decisions on that back three. We've got a couple of niggles. We've got lads that are carrying 9 yellow cards, potentially going to get a 10 for the last game today. So there's decisions going to Wealdstone today. But any permutation of Dave Stevens, Will Evans, Jamal Fife, Connor Stevens, Jamie Record, one we go, we need to ensure that they're doing their jobs. They're big and strong. They apply themselves. They defend their box well, and that's what we need to get back to. Because, like on Friday, we give another penalty away. It's a poor decision from Will Evans. Then we give a goal of what Kobe Arthur goes and scores. I'm not taking anything away from the kid, but they're not opening us up. They're not causing us problems and playing through us, and that's the biggest frustration currently.
And you're staying very positive. You've got a very optimistic mindset. How do you stay so optimistic and positive when results aren't going your way?
I've got a chairman that's unbelievable. He rang me on Saturday speaking about the season. Could digress about a lot of things, but he keeps me level-headed. When we're on an FA Cup run, he keeps me level-headed. When we're on a run that we're on at the minute, he keeps me level-headed. This is a 7-year relationship as a manager and a chairman. This is a 16, 17-year relationship as a colleague of his. This is a 17-year relationship as a member of his family. I'm a strong believer in surrounding yourself with positive people. I've got a family, you saw them prior to this, mate, that they're all leaving in a minute to go and have a day out. And my wife's brilliant. My close-knit family's brilliant. My friends are brilliant. Listen, it's football at the end of the day, don't get me wrong, but we all live, sleep, eat, drink it. The problem I have is there's an inner want and willingness to go and succeed. And there's a frustration in me at the minute that I don't want to pour out because there's still 8 games to go. It's still mathematically possible for us to go and get into the playoffs. I still believe we have enough in that dressing room to do so. And that's why I'll be positive until such day, Mike, I'm not. But I have to go there with a mindset. The players reflect me today. And I have to go there with a controlled mind, a calmness to me. It's a derby. And I alluded to that to the group yesterday. It's a derby. We're going to Wealdstone. It's a derby. No disrespect to Stu Maynard. For 90 minutes, he don't like me. Why? Because he wants to go and get 3 points, sorry. And for 90 minutes, I don't like him. For 90 minutes, our fans are going against their fans. We're 12 miles up the road. There's a focus to us. And I need to go there and they need to reflect me today. And that's why I'm going to go as positive as I possibly can.
And when we played them at home, it was 1-0 to us. What can we expect to see in this game in the return fixture at their place?
I went and watched them against Yeovil 3-4 weeks ago, and they were outstanding. I've then watched them against Maidenhead, probably not to the level that they want in terms of their performances. Then against Chesterfield, went toe-to-toe with Chesterfield. Then against Southend, listen, Stu Maynard will tell you now that they were fortunate to leave away with 3 points because of the reflection of the game. But listen, that's football. Reece Brown goes and runs off with the ball, and they owe the referee a pint, by the way, because I've seen the game and the ref has played on superbly. He's then going to wrap one bottom bin. That's football. You take them because there'll be times when they're going batter a team and lose a game of football. So from the time we played them at our place, I think there's a difference in them, personnel, and the way in which they're playing. They're not playing in silly areas anymore. I think they're playing in areas where they can hurt teams. They understand when they got to go back to front. I think they're a good team. I honestly think they're a very, very good team. And it's another successful season for them to be in the National League at the size they are. And they're a fan base that can get going. You galvanise that town or that place, being Wealdstone, they'll get a good fan base behind them. So I think it'll be slightly different to the team that we played at our home ground. But yeah, I fully expect a tough battle. I fully expect two sides going toe-to-toe. We've got 3-4 lads involved in the squad today that were playing there last year. I remember I went there, Garrard, what are you doing here? Going to bring another one of our boys in? So there's no love lost from the fans to us. There's no love lost from me to Stu Maynard for this 90 minutes. I'm so appreciative of the job he's done. It's been fantastic. So I know how tough it is today, but we need a win. Bottom line, matey, we need a win. And I think it's 9 in the National League without a win. Let's not make it 10.